Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the Inside Spurs channel. Happy Sunday, happy whatever it is that you're doing day. Whatever it is, being at the pub, be it watching some sport today, be it having a shave and rocking a tash like me, whatever it is that you're doing, I hope you're enjoying it. I know that I'll be watching a lot of the American football tonight. Love me, the other side of football, or American hand egg as some people might call it. But we're going to actually be talking a little bit around the Spurs-Liverpool game last night. Lots to get into in that game, lots of talking points, lots of interesting things to kind of give my opinion on. And I'm interested to see what you guys think of my opinion, but also I'm interested to see what I think of your opinion, because there's a lot of hot topics that there's grey areas and questionable decisions, we could say that. So let's jump straight in. So if you don't know, Spurs played last night, and I'm sure you did know because you're wonderful fans, and I'm sure you at least caught the highlights on Match of the Day. But Spurs played Liverpool at home, 5:30 kickoff, and for the first 25 minutes of the game, I was sitting there going, this is going to be one hell of a barnstormer. You know, when we think about the Arsenal game last weekend, not last weekend, was it last weekend? Yeah, it was last weekend. Sorry, that feels like a while ago. When we think of the Arsenal game, I think you sitting there as a Spurs fan, and I know I sit there and think the same thing. I sat there at the end of that game thinking, what a good game of football that was. And like I said in previous videos, I had mates shooting me messages saying, mate, what a great game that was. And they're not Arsenal or Spurs fans, they're just really enjoying watching a good game of football. And I think this was going the exact same way. First 25 minutes, I think, look, Liverpool probably had the most opportunistic chances. We definitely controlled possession, controlled play, and it looked like it was going to be 0 to 60 in 0.3 seconds. It was everyone's charging in for challenges. It was fast paced. There was a lot of pressing, and it was a really good game of football. And then incident struck. And look, let me say this about slow down, VAR reactions, things like that. If you slow something down, it's always going to look worse than it actually is. Okay. It's a really difficult one. So in the letter of the law, that is a red card. But Curtis Jones over the top of the ball was a red card. Now, I might shock you. For me, I didn't think it was a red card. I think that was a yellow. I thought the on-field decision of a yellow card was correct. And even when they showed back the replays and in slow-mo, I went, look, it's naughty, but I always try and think of a decision. And I want you to try with me to think of your decisions whenever you're thinking about Spurs and you're thinking about decisions that are going for Spurs. Imagine if it was flipped. So imagine Basuma had done that to Curtis Jones. Would you still sit there and think it was a red? Probably some of you would go, that's a really annoying red. That's really unfortunate. He didn't mean to do that. He was going for the ball, blah, blah, blah. Look, I didn't think it was a red. And I told my friends that, and I think they were quite shocked because they were like, you're a Spurs fan. How do you not think it was a red? And I was like, actually, I'm a little bit upset as a red. Now, don't get me wrong. Yes, it made our chances of winning a lot higher. But I was just really enjoying a good game of football. I thought it was fantastic. And I'd really want those tests where, like you watch the Emirates, where sometimes we're going to have to be under the cosh. We're going to have to defend for our lives. And we're going to have to play some amazing football to get out of these difficult positions. But it was such a shame. So, yeah, the Curtis Jones red, for me, letter of the law, yes. I would say it was a yellow. But do you know what? We work with that. We work with that situation. And then we score. We go 1-0 up with Heung-min Son. And look, I think the ball from Maddison in behind Joe Gomez to Richarlison, a cross goal. Sonny just tapping it in. It was beautiful. And I was so happy for Richie to play a key part of that goal. He was working so hard for the first... we scored in the 36th minute. We were working so hard for the first 36 minutes that some things weren't going exactly right for him, and that was fine. And I wasn't getting annoyed. That was the thing. I wasn't getting annoyed with him, Sonny, Kulusevski, if things weren't going right, because we then had gone... from the 26th minute to the 36th minute, we were then against 10 men. And I said, look, the chances will come. We will get the goal. We then have to hope that they come and try and attack us, and we can then break them again and then kind of kill the game. So we scored. And then we do what typical Spurs people do, and we decide to throw in a lead. And Liverpool equalised through Goni Gakpo, who had a few chances yesterday to actually score, and I was quite surprised he only got the one. And the other thing that I found that was in the lead up to that, Destiny Udogie got booked for a foul where he'd won the ball. And that's why, as much as I have sympathy, because I think VAR has screwed a game and has screwed Liverpool to a degree, they kind of screwed us on that one as well. So, you had to take some to win some, And then, so half-time hits, and I think my group chat's going, we better win this, we better do this, we better do that. And I was thinking, well, do you know what? Look, we're playing as 10 men, give it time. Second half, you could tell Liverpool had kind of had a team talk. They'd worked out how to sit in two banks of four, how they can hit on the counter, and they really did. They knew where Mo Salah was at all time. They put the ball in long to him, and then they pushed up the pitch. And do you know what? They had a few chances to really, really get us, and I was worried a little bit of the ball over the top. As much as I've loved Mickey van der Ven, I think he's quick. I think sometimes, I think yesterday he was mega, but actually I think for the first goal, maybe could have been a little bit tighter to Goni Gakpo if I was going to be crucial. If I was going to be a little bit picky about it, I'm not going to kill him for it. I'm really not. So don't think I'm hating on him. I'm not going to kill him for it. I thought he had a mega game. And I think every game you see Mickey improve that little bit more. Every single game, that confidence comes up. You can drive with the ball now a little bit. I thought Destiny Udogie was fantastic against Saka. He really, really was. I thought Pedro Porro was fantastic, and I thought Romero was great. And Vicario made one really good double save. I don't think he had a ton to do, if I'm honest. But hey, there's that. And then, about 68th minute, Jota got himself booked. And, a minute later, got himself a second booking. And it was daft. It's just daft. He's diving in on something that, look, you've lost the ball, work hard, track back, try and get into a position where you're cutting off avenues for Spurs passes and things like that. He didn't, and he lunges in on Destiny Udogie. He gets nowhere near the ball, gets all the man, and it's a booking. And I was like, lad, come on! Of all things to do, that was literally the last one. That's Plan Z. Plan A was just work hard backwards. Plan Z is dive in. So yeah, I think, look, of all the Reds, that was more justified than the first one. I would say that. And then, right at the end of the game, we're lumping balls into the box, and we finally get one that comes off Matip into the top corner. Spurs win 2-1 in the last minute. Limbs is what I say, limbs. Now, contentious positions. Other than the first red card, I think the second red card was a red. The first red card could be a bit contentious depending on how you feel about the game. I used to play as a striker. I play a little bit of six-a-side as a centre-half. I like to put my foot in every now and then. I would be annoyed if I got sent off for that, for sure. But the offside goal. The fact that there was a miscommunication between VAR and the referee, that the VAR thought it had been given, and they said, all checks completed. So the referee went, all checks completed, it's offside then. What the hell is that? That could be the difference between Liverpool, finishing third to fourth, or fourth to fifth, or fifth to sixth, whatever it might be, or first to second if things, don't go Man City's way. 1 point is a lot when you're in the top teams, and it's such a simple mistake. I mean, look, it helped us, it allowed us to win, but it's such a simple mistake. But yeah, that was for Luis Diaz, and it was an unbelievable finish. Vicario was getting nowhere near that. If he gave Vicario a heads up, he's going to be putting it there. Not close. So, yes, Spurs, I think, dodged a bullet or two, to say the least. So, but looking at it, Spurs had double the shots on target. So, they're 24-12, 8-4, with 65% possession. All these things aren't shocking, With 11 corners to their 5, but none of that was shocking. But we're sitting here, 7 games in, 5 wins, 2 draws, undefeated. Only other team undefeated is Arsenal. We're sitting in second, above Arsenal, and sitting on 17 points, 1 point behind Man City, which, look, I think if we were being truly honest with ourselves, Spurs have done bloody well this season. We really have. I think none of us would have expected to be undefeated after 7 games, let alone winning 5 of them. And it's a good time at the moment, but we need to keep the feet to the ground, feet to the fire. We've got... It's not difficult on paper to call this a difficult game, but we've got a big game, again, 12:30 kickoff next Saturday, away to Luton. So we're going to have to be at it all over again. And look, we need to be more defensively sound. And I think in a game like that as well, where the pitch maybe isn't as big as a Tottenham Hotspur Stadium or an Anfield, I think you're going to see a little bit more of the tricky players playing a key part. Manos Solomon, you know, a Kulusevski, you know, James Maddison, all these sort of players I think are going to play a key part. Maybe a little bit Brian Hill. But one thing I would say is really nice to see players like Alejo Valise come on. I was really happy to see him come on. Look, he's not going to have time to really do much, but it was great to see him come on. And Ange said it was going to be months till we see him, and he's already in the team in September, 6 weeks into the season, or whatever it is. So that's really good. It means that Ange really likes him. And obviously Donnelly on the bench was really nice to see the young man on the bench. You know, it's a shame. Had we been 3-0 up, yeah, I would have loved for him to come on, but it just wasn't right. And that's fine. That's not a problem. I doubt he was very upset. I think he would have been upset that he didn't get to play, but I doubt he was really upset that he didn't get to play. It's a progression for him that he can see. Well, I've been brought into the first squad now. Where do we go from here? And the other thing I'd say, Spurs' attacking weaknesses. Bringing on some players that we didn't really want to see. And can I, before I run through the team really quickly, special shout out to Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. You know, look, he looks like he's going to be moving in January. But I thought when he came on, it was, give me the ball, move. Let's get off this pitch. Let's pin him back. Let's do these, let's do this, that. He looked like he was desperate to win that game. And I was really happy to see that. Really happy to see that. True professional, Emile Højbjerg. True professional. But in terms of the team, look, keeper and the back four, Vicario, Destiny, Van der Ven, Cuti Romero and Pedro Porro. Absolutely mega. I thought Pedro Porro was man of the match, by the way. I thought he was absolutely bloody amazing. And he just keeps proving me right that I said he should have always been the starting right back. I'm really happy by that. It's always nice. Biss was fantastic again, you know, especially in 1-on-1 defending against Salah. I thought Basuma was brilliant. Pathmatar, energy. You know, every game, like Mickey Van der Ven, just gets that little bit better. They're both young men at the end of the day. They still need time. Maddison, I think that Maddison might have been one of his quieter games, and I still thought he was really good. Obviously, he got the pass to the assist for the first goal as well. Obviously, he wasn't fully fit, let's be honest. Because of that injury, he's not fully fit. But what we saw of him, he's mustard, isn't he? He's different gravy. The front three, Richarlison off the left, I thought worked. I did think worked. I think, look, if we can keep Richarlison on board, we can keep him motivated, we keep him kind of going, I think it's only going to help us, you know. The fact we'll have Brennan Johnson hopefully back next week. You know, Brian Hill's coming back, Manos Solomon. You know, you got Richie, Sonny and Kulu. It's something. But after last weekend where we didn't have Brian and we didn't have Brennan, it did look a little bit weak. In terms of the front, the other two, Sonny, obviously, Sonny's not 100% fit. He talked about it, Ange talked about it. Ran himself into the ground again for 17 minutes. They only really expected 60 out of him. So to get 70, we were lucky. Very lovely finish for the first goal. And hey, 6 and 7, that's not bad for him, is it? Well, it's not bad for a Harry Kane team, is it? You know? And then yeah, Kulu on the right. I thought Kulu in the first half was really good, you know. Didn't really give the ball away, you know, was confident on the ball, riding challenges, got us up the pitch a lot, you know, was really solid. I thought second half tailed off a little bit, but I thought overall had a decent game. One thing I did notice, when we're playing against teams that are going to sit back like that, we've struggled to break them down. We don't seem to keep width from the wingers. And ironically, the guy who pretty much gets the assist for the winning goal is a right back in a wing back position. But hey, Spurs win, that's the important thing. Anyway guys, that's the end of the video. I hope you did enjoy it. Drop a like if you did. Hit me in the comment section below. What's your thoughts on the game? Who's your man of the match? Tell me all the things that you think about it. I'm interested to see what you see. I'm interested to see what you think. Subscribe to the channel if you are new and hit the bell notification for more. But anyway guys, that's the end of the video and I'll see you all very, very soon. Take care guys.